Well, is it safe to book a Florida vacation? And what are the recommendations for wearing face shields versus face masks? Our Dr. Mallika Marshall is answering your coronavirus questions.
Maria writes, my friends are planning a trip to Florida in September. I feel nervous about booking with the surge of cases right now. Do you think it's safe to go? So, Maria, Florida is really heating up in terms of the number of coronavirus cases and is leading the country along with Texas and California in terms of new cases a day. So it's probably not a great time to book a vacation in Florida, even if the trip isn't until September. Plus, if you did go, you probably would be asked to self-quarantine for 14 days when you return home. Our next question comes from Virginia, who says, I'm glad to see a lot of folks wearing masks, but many of them are wearing the masks below their noses. Is this doing them or me any good? And Virginia, you're right. In order for a face mask to be effective, it has to not only cover the mouth, but it needs to cover the nose as well, and really should rise up above on the nasal bridge. Sybil says she uses steroid eye drops for an eye condition and wonders if they might also be protecting her from COVID-19. So Sybil, you might have heard about a recent study that suggested a steroid called dexamethasone might help some patients who are critically ill with COVID-19, but it also might be harmful to some patients as well. So more research needs to be done in this area. Regardless, using eye drops with a steroid in it is not going to protect you from getting COVID-19. Our next question comes from Mark, who wonders whether wearing a face shield will provide better protection than wearing a face mask. So you may see healthcare workers wearing not only an N95 or a surgical mask, but also wearing a face shield for additional protection if they're seeing people that they suspect might have coronavirus. But for the general public, it's probably not necessary. If you can distance at least 6 feet away from other people and people are consistently wearing their face masks, not necessary. However, if you are going to be in close proximity with someone who is not wearing a face mask, then wearing a mask as well as a face shield might provide some additional protection.
Now, if you have a question for the doctor, you can reach out through email, drmallika@cbs.com, on Twitter @Mallika Marshall, or on Facebook @Dr. Mallika Marshall.